Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
33, shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Bum, 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 boom, boom. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the support, man. Big love to everybody out there, man. I know this gonna be a day late or something, but happy Easter to all of y'all. Hope all y'all enjoyed your family, had a good time with them, enjoyed that good positive energy, man, the family can give you sometime, man. So big love to everybody out there on this good old Easter 2023. Third one out here for me, man. So it's a blessing, it's a blessing, it's a blessing. Man, today I thought about this. Somebody brought it up in the comments on the live, which made me think about it. So, you know, like I say, spark a memory, get a story, man. So, yeah, I was thinking about old Carolina, man. Carolina was a good little young dude, man. Funny as all get out. I met Carolina on Nottoway, man, on Nottoway. And Carolina was young. He was probably about 23. And he had a bad situation, man. He was I think he was in a car accident, man. I don't know the whole circumstances of the car accident, but he was in a car accident, man, and he lost his arm. He lost his arm in the car accident from, you know, like the bicep on down, man. They had to you know, amputate his arm, man. So he had one arm when I met him. You know, he was incarcerated for that accident. I don't know, you know, the details, whether it was his fault or whatever, or, you know, what the situation was. But I do know that he did, you know, lose his arm in a car accident. And whatever that car accident entailed, man, it caused him to get incarcerated as well. And, you know, like I told y'all, in prison, man, we don't really talk about people's crime. So it ain't like I asked him or nothing like that. But all in all, though, you know, he was a good little youngin', man. You know, I used to rock with him, man. Me and him used to, joke and play with each other, man, because I liked the little young dude, you know. And he hung out with an older dude that I spoke of before in this video, man. We had two road dogs. You know, we call road dogs the dudes you walk with, the dudes you know, kick it with every day. He had this dude named Banks, and he had this dude named Jeff. Jeff was an older dude, man, old country dude, man. Oh, I swear to God, he looked like all my uncles, man. He looked like all my uncles, man. Short, dark-skinned, starky, and he wore glasses, man. And I told you in one of them videos before, Jeff was a big old drug boy, man. Was getting away with it for years and years, and, you know, it finally got tore off, man. And he wasn't like your typical drug dealer. You wouldn't look at him and think he was a drug dealer, you know what I'm saying? Because he was cool and calm and, you know, soft-spoken. But he was cut up, man, older dude, man. But he was built, man. He was real thick and sturdy, man, and walk like that as well. And but he was a humble dude, real humble, man. And he hung out with Carolina every day. And Banks was a dark-skinned dude too, but he was young as well, like, you know, young about Carolina age. Jeff was, you know, pushing 50, you know what I'm saying? But Banks was like probably like 24, 23, 24. He ain't had that much time. And the crazy thing about Banks was I could remember when he first moved in the party and everybody hollering out that they called him or whatever. Yeah, Banks, and they, you know, think somebody calling me. But other than that, one of the first memories I had of Banks was I was on the kiosk one day, and you know, people walk up behind you on the kiosk, they could, you know, look at the screen, they can see what's on there. But I was on there and I was talking to Hollywood Trail. I was looking at some pictures from Trail, and he seen the logo on there, Hollywood Trail. He was like, man, how you know about Hollywood Trail? And I said, what you know about Hollywood Trail? And he was like, man, I know he used to DJ and stuff at parties or film parties and stuff up there where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what? He's like, yeah, man, he used to be promoting parties and doing all types of stuff, filming and stuff all up there where I'm from and stuff, man. I know about Hollywood Trail. And I was like, yeah, man, and, that's my son, man. He was like, get out of here. I said, yeah, it is, man. That's my son, dog. So that was crazy, So that, that kind of gave me a liking to him right there, just the fact that he knew my son. I know, what I'm saying, little small things like that, but when you locked up, man, and you ain't, you ain't around your family and you ain't around these people that you love and stuff, man, just to know somebody who know them and been out there in the world with them, it just kind of intrigues you, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's one of my first memories of Banks, and that was cool. But Banks also was Banks was like a funny built dude, man. He was like a funny built dude. He got like them long arms and he was like, goofy like, but he had this real thick, nice beard, man. He hated to cut that beard. When they came around, started doing that grooming thing, you had to get a certain type of pass or something so you wouldn't have to cut your all your facial hair off like you had some type of problem or something with your skin. And I think he eventually got that because Banks was refusing to cut that beard off. But he transformed his body, man. He just got into it one day like he was just gonna work out, man, and start working out just like super hard. I think he got motivated by seeing all the other dudes in prison that was working out all the time. We had some specimens up in our block. And I think that motivated him. And then plus, they young. Them dudes that was young in their 20s, they joke and play with each other. And dudes start joking them about his body or whatever. Man, Banks turned that thing around, man. I'm talking about within a year. Man, Banks got a six-pack, was cut up and working out every day, all day. And he just put that work in and he got the results. And then you couldn't get him to keep his shirt on. You know what I'm saying? He would walk around trying to see, hey, you gotta put your shirt on. Put your shirt on. And, or he'll walk around with his shirt unbuttoned and wide open. You know what I'm saying? He was proud of his work. You know what I'm saying? So that sparked Carolina. They got Carolina to working out. Yeah, Carolina, Jeff, and Banks started working out together every day. And yeah, you heard me right. Carolina was working out with one arm. And he was strong. He was strong with that one arm, man. I'm talking about he lifting weights. He, lifting weights over his head. He curling. He doing it all, man. You know what I'm saying? And that was crazy, man. And yeah, he started working, man. He started working out. And he already was strong anyway. He country boy, Carolina. He, you know what I'm saying? Kakalaki. So yeah, man. But they like to get together and they, that little mob, that little circle they had right there. They like to drink. You know what I'm saying? So dudes come up with the wine, they buy the wine and or Carolina had a little money. People were sending him a little money. He was good because he had family that looked out for him. Jeff was scrapped anyway. And you know what I'm saying? Banks, his people looked out for him. So they was in a good position. They all ate together, walked together, kicked it together. That was their little clique, you know what I'm saying? So when they couldn't buy no wine, you know what I'm saying, or because dudes make that wine, man. That wine sell like water, man. That wine sell like water, man. Dude come up with 4-5 gallons at 8 o'clock. It's gone by 8:30. You know what I'm saying? Somebody done purchased all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's a good hustle in prison because it's gonna always sell, man. So. Dudes are buying so fast, so, dudes try to put pre-orders in for their stuff. Carolina and Jeff and Banks, they always try to put pre-orders in. So now you got a dude that might hustle and make the wine, but he also got to get the material to make the wine. He got to get, sodas. They make wine with sodas, man. Yeah, sodas. And it turns out fire, too. He be gone. So, they start buying, stuff for the wine guy. They buy the sodas, they'll buy the Gatorade, they'll buy the stuff that you need to make the wine and give it to him. So when he do come up, if he come up with something, they already got like 2 gallons set aside this for them because they didn't already pay for it. But they might give them enough to make more than what they want and that's their payment. But the wine is already paid for them. So man, that was their little thing, man. Get together, man. Get get them a couple of little drinks in, eat them their little food, and laugh and joke, play cards, and talk their little thing, man. But Carolina, man, Carolina had a complex about that arm. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm assuming just from his characteristics that he was a rough little youngin', man, before he lost his arm. And I think, losing his arm took a little bit away of his, bravado, his, because he used to get mad and, he played cards. And you play cards in prison, anything you do in prison is potentially confrontational. So you play cards and dudes get to talking trash, and Carolina, he'll get mad, and you can see it in him, and he want to do something, but, he felt a little, intimidated about his arm, but he didn't. His body language made me feel like he felt intimidated about his arm, but his talk, he didn't, because he'll speak up. Somebody say, oh man, whatever, man, and then the worst thing you could say, man, the worst thing you could possibly say to him is, man, yeah, man, what you gonna do? You can't do nothing to me, man. You got one arm. Oh, he'll snap. He'll snap out, you know what I'm saying? Because, you don't point out those type of flaws on a person, man, or those type of, injuries on a person. You just don't do it to me, you know what I'm saying, just out of courtesy, you know what I'm saying? And I remember I had the homeboy, I told y'all before, Wheat, man, they had the one eye, man, and dudes used to cook them dudes still on the basketball court, man. He was good. And that's the only thing they get mad and say something about his eye, man. And that joke used to piss me off because I'm like, man, y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying? But Wheat won't scared neither. Wheat was trained to go. But in Carolina case, man, he young, like say 22, 23 years old. So his complex was deep, man. So he get mad as I don't know what when somebody, say something about his arm, man. And I remember they gave him a celly, man. This little young slim dude, man. He just was all into all the flammery, the skullduggery, all of that. And he was a gang member. You know what I'm saying? So him and Carolina won't really match him because, like I say, he doing a lot of flam. He bringing a lot of controversy to the cell. Carolina laid back. And he in his cell. He slept couple of cells down from me. He in his cell, he laid back. He ain't, like say, he hang out with his dudes every day, and that's that. But he won't really with a bunch of, bull jive, and dude was with a lot of bull jive. So, when you get a celly too, your celly gotta, he gotta meet your criteria, man. Y'all gotta be on the same page, some type of understanding because y'all sharing a small space. We gotta keep the cell clean. We gotta keep the sink clean. We gotta keep the floor clean. You get your cell time. I get my cell time, and just little things like that. When y'all ain't on the same page, man, it's gonna be confrontation. One of y'all like to stay up late at night. The other one like to go to sleep early. He want to be talking late at night. He trying to sleep. All of these things right here can cause conflict and can cause people to become unbenefited. And Carolina used to. Start complaining about him, man, like, yeah, man, I ain't get out that cell, man. I ain't trying to be up in there, man. He dude a clown, man, you know what I'm saying? So when you get to saying things like that outside of your cell, you really supposed to deal with the person in your cell and keep all that stuff in-house, whether you like them or not. You don't really supposed to be talking out in the block about your cellie, because that's something you handle with your cellie. But Carolina young, he ain't never been locked up before. He don't really know all the rules. So in his talking about that, you know what I'm saying, it gets back to his cellie. You know what I'm saying, which is, automatically gonna cause some conflict in that cell. You know what I'm saying? So I remember his cellie went back up in the cell and confronted him, about, the things that he was saying or whatever. And, you could hear him down there arguing and stuff because, we had lockdown for count and whatnot. And it ain't that far. You could hear him down there arguing, woo, woo. And, man, the next thing you know, man, you hear a bunch of boom, 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 tussling down there. So everybody wonder what's going on, because Carolina up in there with one arm, man. He got one joint. So dudes is wondering what's happening. But Carolina always talk like, don't let this all fool you. I can handle my business, man. I can handle my business. You know what I'm saying? And I used to always, play with it because we was cool. I say something like, man, Carolina, man, you ain't whooping nobody, man. All right, okay, man. All right, you watch one of them try me. You watch one of them try me. I'm telling you now, all right? And I used to say, Carolina, just mind your business, man. Go home, man. Go home, man. All right, okay, man, okay. And shown up, man, when them doors came open, when, you know, it got silent, you know, you ain't heard no cussing, you ain't heard no more bumbling and rumbling and stumbling. So then when the doors open and they come out, first one come out is Carolina. Carolina come out walking all, you know, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Go down there, go straight to Jeff. Banks coming down there. He go talking to his boys, you know what I'm saying? I guess they checking on him because everybody, you know, like I say, dudes can hear, you know, that stuff at count time, you know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, the little dude come out a little bit. He go on downstairs and go on down there, go holler at one of his little homeboys. So now, you know, the little cliques is different than everything. Man, come to find out, man, he done he done tucked that trash to Carolina in there, man, and Carolina picked his poison, man. Carolina said, yeah, all right, okay, woo, they argued up. And he turned his back. He turned his back. Carolina yoked him up, right, holding on to his shirt and, you know, and got that one arm on him. Night. Choked him out. Choked him out. Stomped him a couple of times. Heck. And that was it. That was it. He done got choked out by Carolina in that joint with one arm. One arm, man. And I'm telling you right now, he ain't want no more parts of Carolina. He ain't want no more parts of Carolina. Carolina told him he couldn't come back in there. He had to get up the cell. He ain't trust him. Woo. Man, dude ended up checking out. He checked out. Little youngin' checked out and got on up out there, man, because he won't gonna never be able to live that down. He won't gonna never be able to live that down, man. This man choked you out in the cell and stomped you, man, with one arm. He would never be able to live that down. Wherever he went, even when he get out and go to another block, people gonna know about it. You know what I'm saying? So that gave Carolina a little bit more, you know, a little bit more bravado. Now he like, yeah, okay, yeah, because he fresh. He fresh with learning how to deal with one arm. He just lost it right before he got locked up. You know what I'm saying? He fresh with that. So, you know, he was going through all the rehab and everything before he came to prison. He had to send him through all that rehab and all of that. But he fresh. So now he know that he can actually, you know what I'm saying, yoke somebody up with that one arm. So build up my man confidence, man. And confidence is a hard thing to beat. Yeah, confidence a hard thing, man. Once you give a man confidence, man, you know, they feel like they can do anything, especially, like I say, you know, that's how it is with boxing, man. When a fighter got that confidence, man, that's why you see a lot of fighters, once they lose and they undefeated, they so, you know, charismatic and braggadocious and all. But once they lose, sometimes they lose a bit of that confidence because now they know that they not invincible. And you know, that plays a lot on the psyche, man, when you got that confidence. So, you know, now Carolina got that confidence, you know what I'm saying? He got that little swag. Not only he done choked the dude out, he done made him leave up out the block. You know what I'm saying? So now he talking this little talk like, yeah, they ain't gonna just put anybody in here. No, I ain't had no more clowns in my cell. I ain't had, you know. So, you know, we laughing and joking on like, okay, Carolina got you one, boy. You got you one. You know what I'm saying? Carolina said, I keep telling y'all, man, hey, don't let this fool you, man. Don't let this fool you, man. You know, and he said he used to fight a lot. You know, I believe him, you know, from Carolina. He said he used to fight a lot when he was growing up, man, before, you know, the accident or whatnot. But, man, he was a good little youngin', man, you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't do a lot of foolishness, man. He ain't get caught up in the gambling. Only thing the vice that Carolina probably had was, you know, that drinking that wine. And he'll smoke a little bit of that. He'll smoke a little bit of that tree. That's what they call it, weed in there. He'll smoke a little bit of that tree if he could get it. But for the most part, man, he was a laid back dude, man. Young to be first time doing time and everything. He had his stuff more or less together, man. And he ain't started no trouble. He ain't borrowed from nobody. He ain't getting no debt. He ain't do none of that type stuff. He had his own. He stayed to himself. He hung with the same little crowd, the same little clique all the time. So, you know, he was all right, man, because you got a lot of youngins in there that's in the way. And when I tell you in the way, I mean all the way in the way. They trying to be in everything but a casket. You understand? But everything they get into can get them in a casket. You know, so he won't that type right there. And once they started taking him out there and started working out, man, Carolina got caught up into that stuff, man. He was really working out, man. I'm talking about he trying to get that arm strong as I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? And that's a good thing, man, because like I say, to have a devastating accident like that at such a young age, man, and lose a limb and knowing that you got to go the rest of your life like that, man, that's a heck of a blow, you know what I'm saying, to a person, and to adjust to that. And then you got to adjust to that in a confined environment, a dangerous environment, or a merciless environment, you know what I'm saying, a no love environment. That's a lot to deal with, man. So I you know what I'm saying, I commend him, man, for not succumbing to, depression and all the other things that go along with dealing with what he had to deal with, man. But, I can remember as time went on, too, most of his problems came, because like I say, he was a kind-hearted dude. Most of his problems came from that microwave, you know what I'm saying, or that phone line, because he want to get in the line for the phone, or he won't get in the line to use that microwave, because he already knew not to eat in that kitchen like talking about. So just like I had been learned, a lot of these dudes that was coming in there, they learned not to get in there, go through that line, keep on eating that mystery meat they got up in there, that bulk meat that don't nobody know what it is meat. And he kept, food in his box and ate at the commissary. Ate out of the commissary, used the microwave a lot. So, when you in them type of situations like that, man, you gonna always run into trouble, because somebody gonna always try to cut the line in the microwave. Somebody gonna always try to cut the line in the phone. Somebody gonna always say they got next on the phone. So you gonna have confrontation. It's just gonna be a matter of how you handle the confrontation. In Carolina, like I say, dealing with the ego and the pride, man. If somebody try to, get in front of him, he feel like they just trying to try him because he got the one arm. So he always had felt some type of way. And but like I say, he stayed in his lane. He ain't started nothing. But I can remember this one dude got to arguing with him about the phone. And this dude really wasn't built like that. He really, to me, I truly felt like he was saying it to Carolina just because of the arm situation, or just because it was Carolina. Because anybody else in that block, I don't see him acting the way he was acting. He got all loud and trying to scream on Carolina. And Carolina keep on telling him, all right, man, go ahead on, man. Go ahead, leave me alone. And he kept on saying, yeah, what? I ain't your celly. You ain't gonna choke me out. I ain't worried about. That's the first thing dudes gonna do to you. They gonna always try to shoot their shot. Just like wherever his celly was at, they was telling him, anytime he probably raised his voice, they probably tell him, man, the one-arm dude just choked you out there and there. You know what I'm saying? That's just what's going to happen in prison. They're going to always highlight your faults. They're going to always highlight your downfalls. You know what I'm saying? So dudes start talking that type of stuff. And I know when you do that, and you do that out loud in the block, you getting all these ears in, and that's all this input, and that's all this impressions that you putting on people. So you putting a dude really, you putting his back against the wall to do something to you when he might be trying to humble himself. But now you are antagonizing him, and you making him look weak and soft in front of the block. This is a no-no. You can't have that, because all people in earshot that heard you get chopped down, or heard you get disrespected, or heard you get screamed on, and you don't straighten it, then you opening the doors up for future trouble and future problems with all these other people. You may do business with them. You may go to the store with them. You may borrow something from them. You may buy this from them. You may buy wine from them. You may anything that you may have interactions with other people. Once they heard or see that you being carried, being talked to any kind of way, then it's inevitable, man. It's gonna come out of their mouth. First time y'all have a disagreement, they gonna get slick with you, because they heard dude get slick with you. So you gotta straighten these things off the rip. You can't let them just sit there. You understand me? So so Carolina was just like walking around trying to play it off, but I knew him. I knew his demeanor. Carolina like, all right, and dude kept on egging on like, all right, what? I said what I said. All right, what? Man, I'm going to tell you now, I will say this though. Carolina, just like he yoked his celly up from the back, Carolina know that he got a disadvantage. So what is he going to do? He going to create an advantage. He going to catch you when you ain't looking. And just like he caught his celly. And shown up, man, he caught old boy. We got a ironing board right over there by the microwave. You got the microwave, the phone on this corner. You got the microwave, the phone, and the ironing board, which is crazy right there, even to put the phone right there, because everybody going back and forth to the microwave, and you right here on the phone. You might be in a deep conversation. These dudes going back and forth to the microwave. They arguing over the microwave. A lot of fights have broke out because of the noise at the microwave, and you right here on the phone. I'm telling you that they literally, the phone by the microwave is literally no further than from this camera to this wall. That's where the microwave, the phone right here. Then right behind that is the ironing board. Now, we ain't got no, when dudes go to the microwave and they pull the food out all hot and everything, they used to take it right over there to the ironing board, set on the ironing board, prepare their food, do whatever they got to do right there because it's in close proximity. So there's a lot of traffic right there for they had that phone right there. And I'm telling you, I may have to do a joint about that. I done seen some dudes get their block knocked off because they loud around that phone right there, But anyway, he go, set his little stuff on the jump, and Carolina over there, and Carolina caught him when he was slipping. He won't looking, and Carolina cocked that thing back and just caught him, man. And I'm telling you, dude fell straight back and on in the penitentiary. All the floors, all the ones I've been on, they marble. You know what I'm saying? They hard. Man, he fell to hit that ground, man, and bang! Man, he was just like that, just as stiff as a board. And he was through. He was done. Head hit the jump, bang! And he just sit there, and Carolina just one jump. Carolina was, I told you. Grabbing his food, grabbing stuff, and gonna walk right on up the jump, went right on upstairs. Old Jeff and Banks go around there with him, holler at him and everything. Dude laid there and that jump just still shaking, and he just snapped up out of it after a second or two and come up, and he don't even know what happened. He ain't even see the punch coming. He don't even know what happened. Laid out, still dizzy. Getting up, trying to get himself together. He done forgot all about. He got food sitting on the ironing board. He done got hit so hard, he don't even know where his food at, or to know that it is his food. He just dazed and out of it. You know what I'm saying? So when Sally come get him, take him in his room, trying to get him together, trying to get him right. Now he acting like he want to try to get back. He want to do something when he done been told what happened to him. He had to be told what happened to him. He ain't even know. And then he act like he want to do something, but then you got Jeff and old Banks, and they down there with Carolina. Then Carolina them to act like he got scrapped, like he got the Bethlehem too. So now everybody else is politicking because don't nobody want to go on lockdown because don't nobody want to see nobody get hit with the Bethlehem. Yeah, the mighty Bethlehem be well, because then everybody going on lock. So dudes get in between it, man. They ended up squashing it. They tell him, man, you was running your mouth to the man. You got to take it. You took that, man. He was a chump anyway, for real. But you got to wear that. You know what I'm saying? You got to wear that. You know what I'm saying? You started it. You know what I'm saying? The man dropped you. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have been running your mouth. You should have been prepared. You know what I'm saying? So you trying to see the man, you trying to rumble the man again. You can rumble. We ain't doing all of that other stuff up in here, man. We ain't going on lock for that food. So now he really used that as an excuse to let it go because he ain't really want no more smoke anyway. And I don't believe he would even push the Bethlehem myself, personally. I believe it was more about his seller was more embarrassed for him than he was for himself, because his seller feel like it's a reflection on him. You know what I'm saying? And his seller, he really won't no chump, but he really won't, he won't bout it neither. But his seller, the one that got knocked out, he really won't. He just tried that with Carolina. He tried to pick and choose, and he got chosen. He tried to pick and choose, and he got chosen with that one-hitter quitter. Literally a one-hitter quitter. Mop! And sent him straight on to La La Land. You understand? But yeah, man, Carolina, those the couple of incidents that I seen him. I seen him argue with dudes and stuff too. And but that was the only time that when I was around him that I seen him actually put some little work in, man. But yeah, Carolina was a good dude, man. But that's just a testament to show you, man, the one limb ain't gonna stop you, man. It's what you got in your chest, what you got in your heart, what you willing to do. And yeah, he was willing to do what he had to do when the time came. And I believe Carolina would push that Bethlehem before he let somebody just vanish, take him, or hurt him. I believe that in him. You know what I'm saying? I definitely believe it in him. And yeah, but he was a good dude, man. And I know dudes in penitentiary too with one leg, man, and go hard. You know what I'm saying? Little midget dude was on the compound on one of them jumps I was on. They said, man, he was a straight thug on the street, robbing dudes and everything. I heard he had pushed that little Bethlehem in prison, but I ain't know him real well, but I was around him and I seen him a couple times. That's how I had got the rundown about who he was and you know what his reputation was. But he was a little bitty cat, so you know it don't matter, man. It don't matter in the penitentiary, man. Everybody is a potential threat, and if you take somebody weak, that could be the person that take you out. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And he found out the hard way, and Carolina old Sally found out the hard way. So Carolina was actually 2-0 when he was around me, man. So I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? He 2-0, man. He undefeated. You don't get better than perfect. You know, so yeah, man. Shout out to Carolina, man. You know, not letting his his injuries, man, just stifle his whole life, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he out or get out and go on with his life, man, and be able to do some great things, man, because he a good dude, man. But yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all the story, man. When I seen a one arm man choke a dude out. Yeah, when have you ever seen that in your lifetime? One arm choke him out. You understand? So yeah, I seen it, man. Seen it, man. I tell you, might see anything in the penitentiary, man. But I just wanted to share that with y'all, man. But like I say, man, there's a blessing in every lesson there, and the blessing is, man, that he lost a limb, man, but he didn't lose his heart. He didn't lose his will to live. A lot of dudes come in the penitentiary, man. They get that time, and they can't handle it, man. When they see how it is in there, they lose their will, man. And a lot of dudes check out, man, meaning, commit suicide. And like I always say, man, you never choose a permanent solution for a temporary problem, man. So, I'm glad he was able to thug it out, man, and realize that, he lost his arm, but he ain't lose his life, and he still got a lot of life left. So I guess that's the blessing in it. And the fact that he ain't just coming in and just let people advantage take him just because he had one arm. You got people that come in there, they got 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 eyes, 2 ears, and so on and so forth, and still let people advantage take them because they are afraid of the danger that'll come with protecting themselves more so than they are of, lashing out to anybody who's trying to hurt them. You know what I'm saying? They're afraid about what will be done to them, so they fold, you know what I'm saying? And that folding sometimes alter your whole life, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So shout out to Carolina, man, for standing up tall, man, even in the worst of conditions, man. Man, I'll see y'all in 24 hours, man. We're on the road to 100K, man, but we can't get there till we get to 80K, man. So show some love. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Look at somebody's phone and hit that subscribe button for them, man. Hit it for them in case they pump faking, man. And if they don't want to do it, man, you might have to convince them a little bit, because we trying to get to this big stage, man, and put this positive energy of TBP all over the world, man, so we can spread this message, man, and save some lives so they won't never be in the position I was in, Carolina was in, or anybody else that I done told you about on this 33 years of prison stories. So I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. See y'all in 24 hours. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man, and boom, 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 duck them hooks. And don't worry about how many limbs a dude got. Worry about how many of them you might get hit with.